are the fastest 8 seated times. And Mike's going to go ahead and announce him behind the blocks. Then we'll
and I take that back. She is getting ready to swim right now. Nope, that's the lead. Introducing the final 8 in the ladies 1650. Lane number 1, Rachel Klinker of Lexington Dolphins. Lane number 2, the Suburban Seahawks, Madison Colasar. Lane number 3, Greater Tampa's Morgan Tankersley. Lane number 4, the Marlins of Raleigh, Madison Homovic. Lane number 5, Mid-Michigan Aquatics, Lola Mull. Lane 6, New Wave Swim Team, Kenna Haney. Lane 7, Scottsdale Aquatic, Ashley Strauss. And lane number 8, Nova of Virginia, Carter Bistro.
Well, Joe, they have given us the results from this afternoon.
And that's Alex Roy. Alex Roy has the time from this morning, 16:44.46. That's the best time thus far. We will carry you through her splits this morning compared to these splits to see where she will end up.
Now, Joe, she's another local girl, another Highlander, swimming for Mike Curley. We've talked about Mike, his son going off to Ireland with him. And then he has another, I guess, Caroline
Cooper.
Cooper made the trip to Ireland, and now the coach got invited, and now
Alex Roy sitting at 16:44.
So she's going to score top 8 for sure, because somebody will definitely not be that fast tonight.
The tickets, we're going to be there making it a big party for swimmers. We make it happen.
You know, we've got.
Can still be purchased.
You know, we could go through the girls first if you want, since we're on a girls race.
Well, that sounds good. Now, the list we received does list a couple people if they've made it in multiple events. So, you know, when you're going down here, let's take a look. While these girls are kind of warming up, so to speak. So 100 freestyle ladies who have confirmed and been committed include Ashley Strauss, Caitlin Shore, Rebecca Hamilton, and Christina Regengauer. That's a heck of a relay right there.
That's pretty good.
4 ladies in the 100 free. 200 freestyles, looks like a pretty strong 800 relay. Claire Tuggle, Rachel Klinker, Annika Wagner, Talia Bates.
Another fast group of girls.
You know, in the 500, a couple girls doubled up. You saw Tuggle and Strauss, and then Strauss and Tuggle again in the 500 and 1,000. So it's nice when those girls make multiple events, because it opens up slots and we fill the field. When we talked about this trip, we are leaving on 19 days after the close today. 19 days.
And
what do we got in the middle of the pool?
Right now, Homovich from Marlins of Raleigh, 154.29. All the girls in this heat, except for one, are ahead of Alex Roy's morning pace. So right now, all these girls are out pretty good compared to the morning ladies.
Right. Well, Alex looked like she had a pretty good finish, you know, at her 500. She was only 5:01.87, but she finished pretty strong.
And she swims with all the negative splitters over there at Highlanders. So there you go.
We'll see what goes. But as we move down the list of this trip to Ireland, it's all expenses paid by the NCSA, the National Club Swimming Association, the folks who are running all this for us. They are 19 days from today taking this group, and it will include some backstrokers. How about Isabel Stadden and Phoebe Bacon? Caitlin Brooks, the 3 of them will cover the 100 and 200 back. Breaststrokers, Kylie Powers, Anna Keating, who we saw last night, win that 200, and Abigail Aarons. They all made it. We see the flyers. Talia Bates is back. Victoria Husk, she made it in. Caroline Cooper from Highland in the 200 fly, and Abigail Harder from NCAP. And then the IMers who have committed, Madison Colasar from Suburban, and Jillian Davey is on there as well.
And of course, the 200 IM is tonight, so we'll know if we get 2 new young ladies.
Right, and we do have some people on the bottom looking at, you know, possible doubles if they make it. They could get added onto the trip.
Yeah, we see Talia Bates a number of times. We see Aarons. We see Keating a couple of times. Husky a couple of times. Tuggle. Right there at the 400, 351. That's Madison Homovich, middle of your pool, followed closely by Strauss, 352.83 up there, top of your screen, lane 7. And Madison is starting to walk away, at least her and her friend over there in 7. Strauss going 1-2 with a 50 left for the first 100. There's a lot of different strategies for the mile. You know, if you're into it and love it, some girls take off. Ledecky probably, you know, has one speed, fast. But some people just send 500s, negative split, a lot of different strategies in the mile. And right now coming into the 500, Madison's looking good, splitting 29s, 29 lows, and Strauss 29 lows also.
Yeah, they look very strong and controlled here.
First 500, 450.02 for Homovich. Strauss goes 451.7. Third is Mull right there in the middle of your pool, also 455.02. There's your top 3 ladies. Everybody is under 5 minutes except for Bristow there in lane 8. She's still having a good swim.
Well, you know, Madison Homovich in the 1,000, Joe, she won that with a 9:33.63. And you know, swimming for Paul Silver up there in Raleigh, halfway out at her 500, she was 4:44.9. So basically she was 4:45 and then 4:48. So she doesn't fall off.
No, she's not going to fall off. You know, a lot of distance swimmers, and you've had a lot of distance swimmers, I've had a lot of distance swimmers. Really, they go out close to their best times and things, and it's just the training they do. And, you know, it doesn't shock any coach when they go out close to their best time. 5:48 at the 600. She's still going 29 threes, Strauss 29 fours. It's like clockwork, Sid. They've been 29 threes and 29 fours for a number of 50s here. I mean, it hasn't gone either way. It's just been the exact same time.
Well, you know, when I was out at Arizona State last week, Joe, and I was speaking to one of the swimming coaches there who worked with a great distance swimmer, Casey Converse, in Mission Viejo. And he said Casey would do 10 100s in his warm-up at the meet for the mile, and he would want to be between 54.3 and 54.7. And if he went 54.2 or 54.8, didn't matter which one he was on, he scrapped it, swam an easy 200 and started over again.
You gotta be kidding me, wow.
I mean, that's some serious stuff. Casey, of course, just retired as a longtime coach of the Air Force Academy, was an NCAA champion, American record holder in the mile, the first guy under 15 minutes swimming for Alabama.
That's great.
Yep.
You know, we had one distance swimmer growing up, Randy Barber, who used to swim for us. And you've probably heard this story from Prokes, but we were swimming meters, and they had to do 3 miles descent. And he wanted them at a certain time, a minute apart from each, you know, just to control pace. He missed his 3rd one by 10 seconds, and Randy Barber, being such a perfectionist that he is, he said, I'm starting over. So he started over.
At number 1.
He started over at number 1.
It's not like, let me do this one over, Coach.
No, he goes, I got to go back and start over. So he started over from the get-go. So you're talking about another 4,500 meters.
Yeah, and my guess is that's the mindset of a young lady like Madison. I don't know her, I know her coach. I've been watching her swim. Every event she's been in, she's been on the podium in 1, 2, or 3. She's just having a great meet.
7:45 at the 800, holding 29.2s like we mentioned earlier. Strauss has fallen off a couple of tenths, and it's really not fallen off. It's a couple of tenths a second, 29.6. Third place, Mull, still holding on to third, 30.22. She's 7:56 at the 800, so top 3 girls are still under the minute mark.
And Joe, when you're doing this race, different thoughts come into your brain, but I think a lot of long distance swimmers do play music, and that's why they listen to, you know, they kind of put it on. It's a psychomusicology type of event.
Well, I mean, I didn't swim distance, but I used to run distance, and it is kind of like a major mindset. You really get within yourself and start thinking about things, and it's kind of nice if you can hold your base and do that at the same time. It's kind of nice to.
Well, Joe, I swam a lot of distance.
Yes, you did.
You know, I was in 3 1650 finals at the conference championship for the ACC. And I can tell you the songs that I played in my head. I mean, it was.
So did you repeat them, or did you just one after another?
I would usually have 2 songs, one that I wanted to do and one that I would kind of go to as a backup when I wanted to put a kick in. I wasn't a pure negative split, but I like to pick up the tempo. But yeah, for me, it was all music. And I would bet these girls are doing the same kind of thing. You'll see different turns and different streamlines too. You know, with Madison now, she's starting to pull away. In your screen, you see her in the center of the pool getting ready to flip.
She looks good.
That's her 1,000 right there. She is a 9:43.07. Still a 29.2.
Yep. She has not gone either way. Strauss right there in lane 7, 29.8. She still holds on to second. Colasar has taken over 3rd place now over Mull. She's going 29.9. She's 9:56 at the 1,000. So we've got 4 girls that are under 10 minutes for the 1,000.
Not bad at all, not bad. And those first 2 are really smooth. You know, you got a 47 for your 2nd place swimmer out there. I think, I mean, you never, in a race like this, you never really know what's going to go on. But boy, I think anybody moving up into the top 2.
Right now, Madison Homovich is really starting to crank it up. She's still holding her 29.3s. 29.5 there, gone up a couple of tenths, 10:41 at the 1100.
So Strauss 29.2 made up 3 tenths on that 50, but at 29.2, she's just about 4 full seconds back, 3.9. So she made up 2 tenths on each 50, and she's got 20 more, another 10 50s. Could be pretty close. Of course, I think Madison might see her moving.
And Strauss, I have seen her look up at Madison a couple of times, and that's, look at that, 29.4.
2 more tenths knocked off,
sneaking up.
away,
she takes a look at her. She takes a look at her every now and then. So she is running her down. She's picked up a half a second in the last 100, which she's gonna need to pull a 3 tenths every 50 to catch her.
Right. Well, you know, sometimes they just get that, okay, drop the hammer, and 150 will make up a second.
28.9 for Madison Homovich. She goes, oh, not so fast, my friend. 29.78 for Strauss.
There goes that theory. Madison Homovich looking very strong with 17 lengths of the pool left.
Colasar still in 3rd, 29.9, 11.55. Mull still 4th, 11.56. Still under 12. 4th place, 5th place up there. Klinker, bottom of your screen, she's 12.03.
So we're talking about Madison Homovich from the Marlins of Raleigh in lane 4.
Yes.
In 2nd place is Ashley Strauss from Scottsdale Aquatic Club, the 15-year-old, came from the desert out here. In 3rd place, Madison Colasar, the Eagles fan from suburban Seahawks, Philadelphia.
How do you know she's a Philadelphia fan?
I saw her. She was wearing her Eagles on her fingernails were polished with little eagles on each one. I mean, maybe I was seeing.
No, it's all good.
I might be kidding.
No, she was wearing the Eagle socks. I saw the other day.
There you go.
Anyway, continue your rundown. I'm sorry.
4th place is Lola Mull, another 15-year-old. Lola's in 5. You saw her turn right there. She's got the white cap on, but we're looking at right now lane number 1 in 5th place, and that's Rachel Klinker from Lexington Dolphins. And Rachel's in the bottom of the screen in the white cap. And then you see Madison coming around now, and she's overtaking, if you look at those numbers, 55 and 53. Turning at 53 is Morgan Tankersley, and that's a tough story
It is tough because, you know, Tankersley's been this fast before. She's been as fast as Madison before, no doubt.
Yes.
And it's tough when she's maybe not at the top of her game right now, maybe not in top form. But
to be fair, I coached both her parents, Vance Tankersley and Mary Brennan. Coached Mary in high school and college. Great family. Her grandfather, Ed Brennan, he gave me a job 40 years ago in Tampa, and I worked for GTSA. She's going to bounce back. You know, girls that get to that level. She was swimmer of the year as a junior in high school on the whole country, you know, on the front of Swimming World and that kind of thing. You know, a lot of pressure, a lot of things going on. And she signed finally. A lot of schools wanted her. She decided to go with Stanford, who, by the way, if you look at those results today, looks like they're going to run away with the NCAA title. So she's going out to the farm, but she's been struggling. And she's got a great coach, Ryan Gober, and he's been very calm, and he's got a plan for her in following this meet.
Yeah, he's great. He's Mr. Mello, which I would like to have as a coach, a Mello coach.
So
here we are at the 1500.
150 yards to go for Madison.
14:37, holding 29.4, sitting right there. Second place, Strauss, trying to pull her back, can't do it. 29.6. Third place, we're looking for Colasar to come in here and flip. And then Mole right behind her. There's Colasar, 29.89, 14.54, and then there's Mole, 14.57. Still under the minute mark, Sid. These girls are having a great swim.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're now you can smell it. Okay, get those bells ready.
I mean, they're like, we're done. We're done with this. It's time to go to Aquatica is what they're saying.
Unless they got a relay tonight. But the shaking it up there. Madison, 63.
Here comes the bell.
So Madison in the center of your pool with that dark cap. When she turns here, it's 50 yards to go.
There she is, 29.46.
No 30s at all, Joe. Every one of them was under.
That's great. Yep, Strauss, 29.38. She's trying to get everything she can in this last 50. Colasar, here comes Colasar for her last flip. Last 50. She's 29.68, 15.54. There's Mole, 30.2. And here comes Madison under the flags for the touch. Look at this swim here, not bad. 16.05, 15 for Madison Homovich. Strauss up at the top there. She's 16.10, 26, comes home in 28.6. And right here in third place, bottom of your screen, comes Colasar. Madison Colasar, 16.23.45.
So all, there's fourth. Mole.
Fourth Mole, 16.27.
So all four of those top finishers under the magic 16:30 for 16 and a half 100s. It's like going under 5 minutes, going under 10. Fifth place, Klinker, and she is from Lexington with a 16:41. Tankersley 6 with a 16:47, just ahead of Haney, 16:51. So our girl from this afternoon, Mike Curley's girl, Alexandra, went 16:44.
She got